Hello everyone, welcome to Nagesh Karasgi Orchid School. I am Vallavi Gaikwad and I am going to teach second grammar. So children, open your grammar textbook, page number 28, lesson number 10, making comparison.
Making comparisons. Read the sentences given below. An elephant is bigger than a pony.
Now see here, elephant is bigger than the pony. Now comparison means what? Comparison means when you are comparing from one person or thing with other. Okay? When you are comparison one person or thing with another person. For example, an elephant is bigger than a pony. Now you can see here elephant, it is very big. And here it is bigger than whom? Than a pony. You can see here. So this is called the comparison. When we are comparing between both the animals. For example, elephant and pony. Okay?
The rope is longer than the ribbon. The book is thicker than the comic.
Now see here are two books. Okay, both are the books only. One is book and one is comic book. So in this both, which is the thicker? The book is the thicker than the comic. Means we can see there is comparison between two books.
Veer is older than Sagar. Hina is taller than Rima. The above sentences compare two things or persons. To show comparison between two things, places.
Now see, to show comparison between two things, okay? We want to show comparison between two things, places, person or animals. We use ER form of the describing word. Sometimes we use more. We also use then. When we want to use comparison, okay? For that comparison, what we will use? It is between two things, places, persons or animals. We use ER form of the describing word. Sometimes we use more. We also use then. When we are using then, ER, it is bigger than this, bigger than that, or more than or then. In this way, we can use for places.
Persons or animals. We use ER form of the describing word. Sometimes we use more. We also use than.
So we use comparison between two things, person, places or animals. We use ER form of the describing word. Sometimes we use more, we also use then. Now this when to use then, when to use ER and when to use more. This is only important. So once again we will see. Now see here we will just now we had seen how to comparison. An elephant is bigger than the pony. Just now we saw in that picture. Okay, how so big it is elephant. Then the rope is longer than the ribbon. Then the book is thicker than the comic. In this way we had seen just now as we had seen in the picture here.
Chapter 10. Making comparisons. Read the sentences given below. An elephant is bigger than a pony. The rope is longer than the ribbon. The book is thicker than the comic. Veer is older than Sagar. Hina is taller than Rima. The above sentences compare two things or persons. To show comparison between two things, places, persons or animals.
we shall go to the exercise. Now see here. An elephant is bigger than the pony. The rope is longer than the ribbon. The book is thicker than the comic. Veer is older than Sagar. Rima is taller than Hina. A peacock is more beautiful than a pigeon. In this way we can see the next page. See here the sentences on previous page. Compare two things or persons. To show comparison between two things, places, person or animals, we use ER form of the describing word. Sometimes we use more, we also use than. So for comparison, what we use, specially we use to between the comparison. As I told you, the comparison, it is between two things, person, place or animal. We use ER form of the describing words. Sometimes we use more, we also use than. Sorry. Now see your exercise. Tick the correct words that describe Mrs. and Mr. Cook. Now see here. In this, your picture is given here. In this we want to tell how to describe between this. Mr. Cook is thin or fat. Now we want to tell Mr. Cook. Who is Mr. Cook? He is the Mr. Cook. Now he is thin or fat? Yes, he is thin. So where we will do? Here we will do tick mark. Then Mrs. Cook is fat or thin. Then Mrs. Cook, where she is? She is here. Then she is fat or thin? Correct, fat. Then Mr. Cook is tall, short. Mr. Cook, how he is? He is tall or short? You can see. Tall, short. Who is tall? Sorry. Mr. Cook is tall. Then Mrs. Cook is short or tall? Mrs. Cook is short. Then Mr. Cook wears a blue black shirt. Now you can see Mr. Cook here. He is the Mr. Cook and she is Mrs. Cook. So he is wearing which color of shirt? Blue it is or black it is? Correct, blue color. Then Mrs. Cook wear a white or colorful dress. It is white color dress or colorful? Correct, colorful. So take down this. Take the pencil in your hand and do the tick mark. You can see the difference between both the man and woman. What is the difference? Who is thin, who is fat, then who is tall, who is short, then which color is wearing the dress. By this picture only you can see. Now see here, Mr. Cook is thin or fat. He is thin or fat? Thin, correct. So do the tick mark to thin. Then Mrs. Cook is fat or thin. Then Mrs. Cook, how she is? She is fat or thin? Fat. So do the tick mark to fat. Then Mr. Cook is tall or short? Mr. Cook is tall. So do the tick to tall. Mrs. Cook is short or tall? Short. Then Mr. Cook wears a blue black shirt. Which color he is wearing? Blue or black? Blue color, correct. Mrs. Cook wears a white colorful dress. Now which color she is wearing? Is it white color? No. How it is? Colorful. So do your colorful tick. Okay. Now see the next. Now we shall see the next exercise. Read these sentences and take the correct word in the bracket. Now we want to read the sentence and we want to tick the correct word. the teacher is older or younger than the student. Now you can see your teacher, see here in the picture. You can see this picture. Yes, now the teacher is older or younger than the student. Yes, tell me. The teacher is older or younger than the student. Older, yes, correct. So, tick to the older. Then, Rohan is taller or shorter than Naman. Now, in this picture, you can see Naman and Rohan. Both are there. Okay. So, Rohan is who? This is Rohan. And Naman is this. So, Rohan is taller. He is taller than Naman? Yes. So, Rohan is taller. Then, a sack of rice is heavier or lighter than a packet of sugar. A sack of rice is heavier or lighter than a packet of sugar. You can see here there is a sack of rice and packet of sugar. Which is heavier? The sack of rice is heavier than the pack of sugar. Okay, it is heavier. Read these sentences and take the correct words in the bracket. The teacher is older or younger. The teacher is older than the student. Then Rohan is taller than Naman. A sack of rice is heavier than a packet of sugar. Tom is smaller, bigger than Jerry. So Tom and Jerry, Tom is smaller or bigger than Jerry? Tom is bigger than Jerry. Tick the sentences. Tom and Jerry is bigger than. So read the sentence. The teacher is taller than the student. The teacher is older than the student. Then Rohan is taller than Naman. A sack of rice is heavier than a packet of sugar. Then Tom is bigger than Jerry. Okay, tick the sentence. And turn the next page. Now, Samir is fatter or thinner than Nitin. Now this is Samir. And who is Nitin? This is Nitin. Then Samir is fatter or thinner than Nitin? Yes, Samir is fatter than Nitin. You can see in both thin and fat. This is Samir, this is Nitin. So he is fat and he is thin. Then the snake is longer or shorter than a caterpillar. You can see here, this is snake and this is caterpillar. So in between these both, who is the shorter and longer? This, the snake is longer. You can see that snake. Then the file thicker or thinner than the comic. The file is thicker or thin. It is thick or thin, it is file thicker than the comic. Then a butterfly is more beautiful or beautiful than the caterpillar? Correct, more beautiful. So tick mark the sentences. Samir is fatter than Nitin. The snake is longer than the caterpillar. The file is thicker than the comic. The file is thicker than the comic. A butterfly is more beautiful than a caterpillar. Take down the sentences. Now see next one, C1. Now see, fill in the blanks with correct form of words given in brackets. Fill in the blanks with the correct form of words given in brackets. So, a giraffe is dash tall than a camel. Now you can see here in the picture, giraffe is this and this is camel. Then the giraffe is dash taller than a camel. Then what you will do here? You will write as it is tall. No, what you will do here? Taller. A giraffe is taller than a camel. Okay. Then a mountain is dash than a hill. Mountain, how it is? It is higher than a hill. This is mountain, so it is higher than the hill. Then a butterfly is dash than a sparrow. The butterfly is smaller than a sparrow. Then an elephant has dash ears than those of a deer. An elephant has bigger ears than those of a deer. So, a giraffe is taller than a camel. Repeat here. A giraffe, Giraffe, giraffe is taller than a camel. M-E-L, camel. Then a mountain is higher, H-I-G-H-E-R, higher than a hill. A butterfly is smaller than a sparrow. Butterfly, a butterfly, B-U-T-T-E-R-F-L-Y. Butterfly is smaller, S-M-A-L-L-E-R, smaller than a sparrow. An elephant has bigger, B-I-G-G-E-R, bigger ears than those of a deer. Okay? Now see here, what we had just studied, a giraffe is taller than a camel. Then a mountain is higher than a hill. A butterfly is smaller than a sparrow. An elephant has bigger ears than those of a deer. So, you can see here, write down this fast. Okay, finish writing. So today what we studied? Comparison. In short, we will just revise it once again. Comparison means what? We are doing comparison between person, place, thing and animals. Okay? In between this we can do comparison. When we are comparing from one person to another, compare with the one person with another, then person, animal, thing also we can, or place. Okay? In this we can use ER or more than or then. So when to use this ER, more or than, that we should know. So in this way we had studied today making comparison. So children, today whatever is finished, just do the revision of it. Thank you.